our women's traditional. There are two styles of women's traditional, the Southern style traditional dance and the Northern style traditional dance. Today we only have the Northern style traditional dance. Hold on, we're gonna do one more song for the grass and then. So there are two styles of traditional dance, the Southern style and the Northern style. Today we only have the Northern style dance. Most Northern style dance have fully beaded tops and are often worn with fully beaded moccasins and separate leggings. The tops have very long fringes hanging from their sleeves, and the dancers will generally carry a fully beaded purse, a dance shawl, and an eagle feather. Occasionally, a Northern dance will have a wool broadcloth skirt instead of a skin one, or a cloth dress top that appears very similar to the fully beaded top. Many of the Northern dancers will dance in place, doing a graceful bounce to the rhythm of the drum. Most wear eagle plumes and or eagle feathers in their hair, and usually wear chokers, beaded hair ties, and otter fur hair extensions.
All right, up next we have Woman's Jingle. It's an old style jingle. It is called Medicine Dance. The jingle dress dance comes from the medicine man. His granddaughter became very ill one night. One night he had a vision. In the vision he made a dress. The jingle dress, it was supposed to heal his granddaughter. The next day him and his wife went out and made this dress. They brought it to the girl and had her wear it into a circle. The first time around she had to be carried. The second time she could walk with a little assistant. The third time she could walk, and on the fourth time she could dance. They couldn't move backwards, they could not cross their feet, and they could not turn in a complete circle. Back then it was only dress and moccasins. They didn't have hair ties, leggings, or a choker. The jingle dress dance is a praying dance, a powerful medicine, and it is a true blessing to oversee and take part in.
shawl was created when Buffalo Bill took Native Americans to Europe. A lady created it because she wanted to dance as fast as the men's fancy dance. The dance is contemporary, meaning the fancy shawl is a little bit slower than men's fancy. Women's fancy has a ton of footwork while dancing. It was never traditional like grass, chicken, traditional ECT, but it was adopted into the powwow, now known as the fancy shawl. Old style. The women didn't use shawls, instead they used a scarf. They didn't wear hair ties, they just braided their hair. They also didn't do any footwork, all they did was spin occasionally, and they don't dance as fast as contemporary. Given its legacy of color, vibrancy, and even rebellion, young women from many nations skim, swirl, and hop across the arena with a gant that manages to be lithe and fluid all at once. This early form of the dance didn't take off until early 1950s when women in northern tribes incorporated traditional feminine aspects. Thus why we now know the fancy shawl dance was born. Fancy shawl dancers are often said to resemble butterflies. The fancy athletic dance should be a competitor's spin, hearty and repetitive. She whirls herself through her fellow dancers, resembling more an agile snake than a butterfly. She kicks and even leaps with her shawl extended above her head. Now we're going to have a t-shirt giveaway, so our dancers are going to be coming down and giving out shirts.